Hello everyone, and welcome to the English Globe. My name is Adam, and I'm so excited to be here with you today. Joining me, as always, is my wonderful co-host, Julia.
Hi everyone. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of our English Learning podcast. We're thrilled to have you here with us, and we promise today's topic is going to be both useful and interesting. How are you doing today, Adam?
I'm doing great, Julia. I've been looking forward to this episode because today we're talking about something that's not only practical, but also essential for many people around the world: marketing strategies for small businesses. Whether you're running a small bakery, a clothing store, or even offering online services, marketing plays a huge role in helping you succeed.
That's absolutely true, Adam. Marketing is like the bridge that connects your product or service with the people who need it. Even if you have the best product in the world, if no one knows about it, it's going to be very difficult to grow your business.
You're spot on, Julia. And what's exciting about today's episode is that we're going to break down marketing into simple and easy-to-understand steps. We'll also share some practical tips that small business owners can start using right away.
Exactly. We'll talk about what marketing really means, why it's so important, and how even businesses with a small budget can create effective marketing strategies. This episode is perfect for beginners who are just starting out or anyone who wants to learn how to promote their business better.
That's right, Julia. And the best part? We'll explain everything in a way that's clear and easy to follow. So, if you're learning English, this is a great opportunity to not only improve your language skills, but also learn something valuable that can help you in real life.
Yes, we'll be using simple words and phrases, and we'll explain any tricky terms along the way. So, don't worry if you're not familiar with business vocabulary yet. We've got you covered.
So why is marketing so important for small businesses? Well, small businesses don't have the big budgets or large teams that bigger companies have. That means they need to be creative and smart about how they reach their customers. Marketing is the key to making that happen.
Absolutely, Adam. Effective marketing can help small businesses grow their customer base, build their brand, and increase their sales. It's like planting seeds today that will grow into a strong and healthy tree in the future.
That's a great way to put it, Julia. And for those of you who are thinking, I don't know much about marketing, don't worry. That's what we're here for. In this episode, we're going to walk you through the basics step by step.
Yes, and we'll also share some examples and practical ideas that you can use even if you're just starting your business or working with a very small budget.
So, whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur, a small business owner, or just someone curious about how marketing works, this episode is for you.
And for our English learners, this is a double benefit. Not only will you learn useful business tips, but you'll also improve your vocabulary and listening skills along the way.
That's right. So, grab a notebook, sit back, and get ready to take some notes. By the end of this episode, we hope you'll feel more confident about marketing your small business.
And if you have any questions or ideas, don't hesitate to share them with us. We're here to help, and we love hearing from our listeners.
All right, Julia, let's get started.
Let's do it.
All right, let's dive into our first segment. What is marketing? Now, marketing might sound like a complicated word, but at its core, it's actually quite simple. Marketing is all about telling people about your product or service and convincing them that it's something they need or want. It's a way of creating a connection between your business and your customers. Think of it as a bridge. On one side, you have your business, and on the other side, you have people who might benefit from what you're offering. Marketing is the process of building that bridge so people can find their way to you.
That's a great way to describe it, Adam. And let's make it even simpler for our listeners. Imagine you're selling homemade cookies. Your cookies might be delicious, but if no one knows you're selling them, they won't buy them. Marketing is everything you do to let people know your cookies exist and why they should buy them. It could be as simple as telling your friends, putting up a sign in your neighborhood, or sharing pictures of your cookies on social media. These are all forms of marketing because they help spread the word about your product.
Exactly, Julia. And marketing is not just about promoting a product. It's also about understanding your customers. Who are they? What do they like? What problems do they have that your product or service can solve? For example, if your homemade cookies are gluten-free, you might want to focus on people who need gluten-free snacks. That's where marketing becomes a powerful tool. It helps you target the right people, so you're not wasting time or money trying to reach everyone.
That's such an important point, Adam. Marketing isn't just about selling something to anyone and everyone. It's about finding the right people, those who will truly benefit from what you're offering. Let's go back to the cookie example. If you know that many people in your community enjoy healthy snacks, you could market your cookies as a healthy treat. You could highlight the natural ingredients you use or the fact that they're baked fresh every day. This helps you connect with the right audience, and that's when marketing becomes really effective.
And marketing doesn't only happen when you're trying to sell something. It's all around us, every single day. Let's think about some examples from everyday life. Have you ever seen a TV commercial for a new smartphone? That's marketing. The company is showing you how their phone works, what features it has, and why it's better than other phones. Or how about a billboard you see while driving? It might advertise a new restaurant in town or a special sale at a clothing store. That's marketing too. Even something as simple as a friend recommending a product to you is a form of marketing. It's called word-of-mouth marketing, and it's one of the most powerful ways businesses can grow.
Yes, Adam, marketing is everywhere, and it takes so many forms. Let's think about social media for a moment. When you see a post from a brand showing off their new product or offering a discount, that's marketing. When influencers talk about their favorite products and recommend them to their followers, that's marketing too. Businesses are constantly finding ways to reach people and share their message, and that's what marketing is all about.
Exactly, Julia. And let's not forget about online ads. Have you ever searched for something on the internet like shoes or a backpack and then started seeing ads for similar products everywhere? That's called targeted marketing. Companies use data to show ads to people who are already interested in their products. It's a smart way to reach potential customers because they're more likely to buy something if it's already on their mind.
That's so true. And marketing isn't just about big companies or fancy ads. It's something anyone can do, even small business owners. Let's say you're running a local coffee shop. Your marketing might include things like putting up posters in nearby neighborhoods, offering special deals to first-time customers, or posting photos of your delicious coffee and pastries on Instagram. These simple actions can make a big difference in attracting customers and growing your business.
And the great thing about marketing is that it's not a one-time effort. It's an ongoing process. Businesses need to keep communicating with their customers, reminding them why their product or service is valuable, and keeping them engaged. For example, a coffee shop could create a loyalty program where customers get a free drink after buying 5 coffees. That's a form of marketing too, because it keeps customers coming back.
Absolutely, Adam. Marketing is not just about getting new customers. It's also about keeping the ones you already have. When you build strong relationships with your customers, they're more likely to support your business and even recommend it to others. And as we mentioned earlier, word of mouth is one of the best forms of marketing. When people trust your product and share their experience with friends or family, it can lead to more customers without you having to spend extra money.
So, to sum up, marketing is all about creating awareness, building trust, and connecting with the right audience. Whether you're running a small business or just starting out, marketing is an essential skill to learn. It helps you reach more people, grow your customer base, and ultimately achieve your business goals. And don't worry if it sounds overwhelming at first. As we go through this podcast, we'll break it down into simple steps and share tips you can start using today.
That's right, Adam. Marketing is not as complicated as it seems, and anyone can learn how to do it. In the next segment, we'll talk about the basics of small business marketing and how you can identify your target audience.
Now that we've talked about what marketing is and how it helps businesses grow, let's take a closer look at the basics of small business marketing. This segment is especially important for anyone who's just starting out because understanding the fundamentals will set you up for success. Let's begin with the first step: understanding your product or service.
That's such an important starting point, Adam. When you think about marketing, the first question you need to ask yourself is, what am I offering? This might sound simple, but it's not just about knowing what you're selling. It's about understanding what makes your product or service special. For example, let's say you run a small bakery. Sure, you sell bread, cakes, and cookies, but what makes your bakery different? Are your products made with organic ingredients? Do you offer unique flavors that no one else does? Or maybe you specialize in gluten-free or vegan options. Knowing what sets you apart is key because it's the foundation of your marketing message.
Absolutely, Julia. Understanding your product or service also means knowing its benefits. People don't just buy products, they buy solutions to their problems. Let's stick with the bakery example. If you sell gluten-free bread, the benefit isn't just that it's bread. The benefit is that it's safe for people who can't eat gluten, and it allows them to enjoy something they might have missed out on otherwise. When you focus on the benefits of your product or service, it becomes much easier to communicate its value to your customers.
That's such a great point, Adam. And once you understand your product or service, the next step is to figure out who you're trying to reach. This is what we call identifying your target audience. Your target audience is the group of people who are most likely to need or want what you're offering. Let's break this down a bit. If you're selling children's clothing, your target audience might be parents, grandparents, or even caregivers. But if you're offering professional photography services, your audience could include engaged couples, families, or even businesses looking for professional headshots.
Exactly, Julia. Identifying your target audience is crucial because it helps you focus your marketing efforts where they'll have the most impact. Think about it this way. If you try to market to everyone, you're spreading yourself too thin. But if you focus on a specific group, you can tailor your message to their needs and interests. For example, if you're selling eco-friendly products, your target audience might be people who care about the environment. You can then use words and images in your marketing that appeal to those values.
That's a great example, Adam. And identifying your target audience isn't just about guessing who might like your product. It's about doing a little research. You can start by asking yourself some simple questions. Where do your customers live? What's their age range? What are their hobbies and interests? And what problems are they trying to solve? The more you know about your audience, the easier it will be to connect with them.
And don't forget about feedback, Julia. If you already have some customers, talk to them. Ask them why they chose your product or service and what they like about it. This kind of feedback is incredibly valuable because it gives you real insights into what your audience wants. You can even use this information to improve your product or service and make it even more appealing.
That's so true, Adam. Now, once you've identified your target audience, the next step is to set clear goals for your marketing efforts. Why is this so important? Well, without goals, it's like trying to drive to a new place without a map. You might get there eventually, but it'll probably take a lot longer, and you might waste time and resources along the way.
Exactly, Julia. Setting goals gives you direction and helps you measure your progress. For example, let's say you're running a small coffee shop, and your goal is to get 50 new customers this month. With that goal in mind, you can create a plan to reach it. Maybe you'll offer a special discount for first-time customers, or you'll run a social media campaign to spread the word. Whatever you choose to do, having a goal keeps you focused and motivated.
And goals don't always have to be about sales, Adam. They can also be about building awareness or engagement. For example, if you're a new business, your goal might be to increase your social media followers by 100 people this month. Or, if you're launching a new product, your goal could be to get 20 people to try it and give you feedback. The key is to make your goals specific and achievable.
That's right, Julia. There's even a popular method for setting goals called SMART goals. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Let's break that down. A specific goal is clear and detailed, like, I want to increase my website traffic by 20%. Measurable means you can track your progress, like using website analytics. Achievable means the goal is realistic, so you're not setting yourself up for failure. Relevant means it aligns with your overall business objectives, and time-bound means you set a deadline to reach it.
That's such a helpful framework, Adam. And once you've set your goals, the next step is to create a plan for how you'll achieve them. This is where all the pieces come together: understanding your product, knowing your audience, and having clear goals. For example, if your goal is to attract more young people to your coffee shop, you might focus on creating eye-catching posts on Instagram or offering discounts to students.
Exactly, Julia. And don't be afraid to start small. Marketing doesn't have to be expensive or complicated. Sometimes, the simplest strategies can be the most effective. For example, if you're on a tight budget, you could print flyers and hand them out in your community, or you could ask your existing customers to leave reviews online. These small steps can make a big difference over time.
That's such great advice, Adam. So, to recap, the basics of small business marketing start with understanding your product or service, identifying your target audience, and setting clear goals. These steps might take a little time and effort, but they're worth it because they lay the foundation for everything else you'll do.
And remember, marketing is a learning process. You might not get everything right the first time, and that's okay. The important thing is to keep experimenting, learning, and improving. In the next segment, we'll talk about specific strategies you can use to promote your business and reach more customers. In the first two segments, we've laid a solid foundation, and now we're diving into one of the most important aspects of modern marketing: online marketing strategies. This is where small businesses can really shine and reach customers beyond their immediate area. The internet offers endless possibilities, and today we're going to talk about how to leverage some of the most effective online tools for your business. Let's start with one of the biggest platforms out there: social media.
Social media is such a powerful tool for small businesses, Adam. If you're not using it yet, you're missing out. With billions of users across platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, the potential to reach your target audience is enormous. But you don't need to be everywhere at once. Instead, focus on the platforms where your audience spends the most time. If you're selling handmade jewelry, Instagram might be your best bet because it's highly visual, and users are drawn to beautiful images. If your target audience is a bit older, Facebook could be the way to go.
Exactly, Julia. And the beauty of social media is that it's not just about posting ads, it's about connecting with your customers. You can showcase your products or services, share behind-the-scenes glimpses of your business, and even engage with your customers directly through comments and messages. Social media offers the chance to create a community around your brand, and it doesn't have to cost much. There are many free tools available to help you create content, like Canva for making graphics or scheduling posts, with tools like Buffer or Hootsuite.
Right, Adam. And one of the most important things to remember when using social media for marketing is consistency. You don't have to post every single day, but try to stay active and keep a regular posting schedule. Consistency helps keep your brand top of mind for your followers. And remember, it's not just about selling. Social media is about building relationships with your audience, so don't be afraid to ask questions, start conversations, and share stories that humanize your brand.
Absolutely, Julia. And while social media is great for building relationships and increasing brand visibility, another important aspect of online marketing is having a simple website or blog. You might think, do I really need a website if I have social media? Well, the short answer is yes. A website acts as your business's home base on the internet. It's where potential customers can learn more about who you are, what you offer, and how to get in touch with you. In fact, having a website can increase your credibility and give customers a sense of trust.
That's a great point, Adam. A website doesn't have to be complicated. Even a one-page website can make a big difference. It's the perfect place to showcase your products or services, include testimonials from satisfied customers, and provide contact information. If you have a blog, it's an even better way to build trust and connect with your audience. For example, let's say you own a fitness studio. You could create blog posts about fitness tips, healthy recipes, or motivational success stories, which not only help potential customers, but also improve your website's SEO, search engine optimization.
Right. And SEO is a whole topic on its own, but let me explain it in simple terms. SEO helps your website show up in search engines like Google when someone searches for something related to your business. So, if someone is searching for best gluten-free bakery near me, and you've optimized your website with the right keywords, there's a good chance your bakery will pop up in the search results. And when customers can easily find you online, they're more likely to trust you and make a purchase.
Exactly. So don't worry about having a huge fancy website. Just make sure it's clean, easy to navigate, and provides value to your customers. If you're a small business owner just starting out, there are many website builders out there, like WordPress, Wix, or Squarespace, that can help you build a professional-looking website without breaking the bank. You don't need to be a tech expert to get started.
And speaking of tech, another incredibly effective online marketing strategy is email marketing. This is one of the oldest forms of online marketing, but it's still incredibly powerful. Email allows you to communicate directly with your customers and potential customers. Unlike social media, where you're competing with thousands of other posts in a user's feed, emails go straight to their inbox. But you have to do it right. Spamming customers with too many emails will only push them away, but sending valuable content at the right time can build loyalty and encourage purchases.
That's such an important point, Adam. Email marketing works well because it allows you to send personalized messages. Let's say someone visits your website and signs up for your newsletter. You can send them an email introducing your business and offering them a special discount on their first purchase. Over time, you can send them updates, promotions, and useful content like blog posts or tutorials. This keeps your brand in their minds and helps foster a sense of connection.
Exactly, Julia. One thing I love about email marketing is that it allows you to build a relationship with your audience. And the beauty of email marketing is that it's relatively inexpensive compared to other forms of marketing. You don't need a huge budget, and there are plenty of free tools out there like MailChimp, Sendinblue, or ConvertKit that make it easy to start building your email list and sending campaigns.
Absolutely, Adam. And there's another crucial aspect to email marketing: segmentation. This means grouping your email subscribers into different categories based on their interests or behaviors. For example, if someone has purchased a product from you in the past, you can send them emails about new arrivals or related products. This makes the emails feel more relevant and personalized, which in turn increases the chances that the person will take action.
That's right, Julia. Segmentation is all about making sure your emails are tailored to the right people at the right time. And don't forget to analyze your email marketing campaigns. Look at the open rates, click-through rates, and conversion rates to see what's working and what isn't. This way, you can continually improve and make sure your emails are as effective as possible.
And now, moving on to another key online marketing strategy: creating engaging and consistent content. Content is king, as they say. Whether it's a blog post, a social media update, or a YouTube video, content helps you build trust and authority in your industry. But it's not just about creating any content. It's about creating content that adds value for your audience. If you own a yoga studio, for example, you could create videos showing yoga poses, tips for beginners, or relaxation techniques. This not only helps people, but also positions you as an expert in your field.
Absolutely, Julia. Content doesn't have to be complicated. The important thing is to keep it consistent and aligned with your business goals. Consistency is key in online marketing. Whether it's weekly blog posts, daily Instagram stories, or monthly newsletters, the more consistent you are, the more your audience will trust you and return for more. Think of content like a conversation. The more you communicate with your audience, the stronger your relationship will be.
And one last thing to remember about creating engaging content is to keep it visually appealing. People are visual creatures, and eye-catching images or videos can grab attention. Use simple tools to create professional-looking content And don't be afraid to experiment with different formats. Videos, images, infographics, or even live streams can all be effective in reaching and engaging your audience.
That's a great point, Julia. And always think about your audience when creating content. What questions do they have? What problems are they trying to solve? Create content that answers those questions and offers real value. When you do that, your content will naturally attract more people.
Well, that wraps up our discussion on online marketing strategies. From using social media platforms to having a simple website, leveraging email marketing, and creating engaging content, there are so many tools available to help your small business grow online. We hope you're feeling inspired and ready to implement some of these strategies into your own marketing efforts.
Definitely. Remember, online marketing is a journey, and it's all about consistency and learning as you go. In the next segment, we'll talk about offline marketing strategies and how to balance both online and offline efforts. In this segment, we're going to shift gears a bit and focus on offline marketing strategies. While online marketing is incredibly powerful and widespread, don't underestimate the impact of traditional face-to-face methods. These strategies allow you to build personal connections with your audience, which is invaluable in building trust and loyalty. So, let's kick off with one of the best ways to market offline: networking and attending local events.
That's right, Adam. Networking is such an essential part of growing a business, especially for small businesses. It's all about meeting people in person, making connections, and building relationships that can lead to new customers or opportunities. And the best part is that networking doesn't have to be intimidating or complicated. You don't have to attend huge conferences to start networking. Local events, business meetups, or even casual gatherings can be great opportunities to promote your business.
Absolutely. And Julia, I think one of the key things to remember when networking is that it's not just about selling your product right away. It's about introducing yourself, your business, and starting a conversation. The goal is to build genuine connections, not to make an immediate sale. People trust businesses they feel a connection with, and when you build those relationships, your reputation can grow. You might attend a local Chamber of Commerce meeting, a small business expo, or even a community fair. These events are full of potential customers and collaborators.
That's right, Adam. And networking can also help you find like-minded individuals or potential partners. For example, let's say you own a small bakery. By attending local networking events, you might meet someone who runs a nearby coffee shop. You could form a partnership where you provide baked goods for their cafe, and in return, they help promote your bakery to their customers. It's a win-win situation for both businesses.
Exactly. Networking opens up so many doors. But don't just limit yourself to professional events. Community events can be great for making connections too. Think about charity events, local sports games, or school fundraisers. These places often attract a wide variety of people, including potential customers. You could even offer to sponsor an event or donate a product to get your business's name out there in a positive light.
And while networking and attending local events are fantastic strategies, another offline method that can work wonders for small businesses is distributing flyers or brochures. These traditional marketing tools may seem old-fashioned, but they can still be highly effective, especially when used creatively. Flyers and brochures allow you to target specific areas or events where you know your potential customers will be.
I agree, Julia. Flyers and brochures can be an affordable way to market your business, and they can be placed in areas where your target audience is likely to see them. For instance, if you own a fitness studio, you could leave flyers at a local gym, health food store, or even coffee shop. You want to make sure that the flyer has a clear and concise message. Focus on the benefits of your product or service and include a call to action, such as a discount code or a special offer to entice people to take action.
Exactly, Adam. But it's not just about handing out flyers everywhere. You want to make sure they are strategically placed. Choose locations that align with your target audience. If you're a pet grooming business, you could leave flyers at veterinary offices, pet stores, and dog parks. The more relevant the location, the higher the chances of getting noticed by potential customers who are already interested in what you offer.
And speaking of flyers, brochures, and other printed materials, it's important to make sure that the design is eye-catching and professional. A flyer with too much text or a messy layout will likely get tossed aside, so keep it simple, clear, and attractive. Consider using colors that match your branding and include your business's contact information, website, and social media handles so people can easily get in touch with you.
Absolutely. Keep it professional but also engaging. You can even consider adding a special offer or coupon code to your flyer to encourage people to take action right away. For example, bring this flyer in for 10% off your first service can create an incentive for people to act quickly. And if you're able to track the performance of your flyer campaign, you'll have valuable data to see which locations or offers are most effective.
Great points, Julia. Now, while networking and distributing flyers are powerful offline strategies, one of the most valuable marketing tools a small business can have is the power of word of mouth and customer referrals. This is one of the oldest forms of marketing, but it's still one of the most effective. People trust recommendations from family and friends more than they trust any advertisement, so encouraging your existing customers to refer new customers to your business can be incredibly rewarding.
Absolutely, Adam. Word-of-mouth marketing is all about your reputation and the experience your customers have with your business. If you offer great products or services and treat your customers well, they'll be more likely to spread the word. But it's important to encourage this by making it easy for them to refer others to you. For instance, you could offer a referral program where customers receive a discount or free product for referring a friend. This way, they're incentivized to spread the word about your business.
I love the idea of referral programs. They not only reward your existing customers, but also bring in new ones. And when those new customers arrive, they're already inclined to trust you because they've heard good things from their friends or family. It's a powerful cycle. Happy customers lead to more customers. Word of mouth is often free, which makes it an ideal strategy for small businesses looking to maximize their marketing efforts on a budget.
Right, Adam. And don't forget that word of mouth can also be online. Encourage satisfied customers to leave reviews on platforms like Google, Yelp, or even Facebook. Positive reviews can greatly enhance your online reputation and make potential customers more likely to trust you. You can even ask happy customers to post about your business on social media and tag your business. This type of social proof is incredibly powerful in convincing new customers to give your business a try.
Yes, online reviews are a great example of how word-of-mouth marketing has evolved in the digital age. But, as you said, Julia, it all starts with offering a high-quality product or service and treating your customers right. When people have a positive experience, they'll naturally want to tell others. And when you make it easy for them to refer others, they're more likely to do it.
And to wrap it up, it's important to remember that even with all the modern digital tools available, offline marketing strategies are still incredibly effective for small businesses. Networking, distributing flyers, and encouraging word-of-mouth referrals are all powerful ways to get your business noticed and build trust in your community. The key is to be authentic, consistent, and creative in your approach.
That's right, Julia. No matter how big or small your business is, these offline strategies can complement your online efforts and help you reach a wider audience. It's all about building relationships, whether online or offline, that will keep your customers coming back for more.
Exactly, Adam. And in the next segment, we'll dive into how you can measure the success of your marketing efforts and make adjustments as needed. Stay tuned for more.
We've covered a lot of ground so far, from understanding what marketing is to exploring both online and offline strategies. But what if you don't have a large marketing budget? Don't worry. There are still plenty of ways to get the word out about your small business without breaking the bank. In this segment, we're going to discuss affordable marketing tips that can work wonders, even with limited resources.
That's right, Adam. Marketing doesn't have to cost a fortune. There are many free or low-cost tools available that can help small businesses get noticed. Let's start with some of these tools. One of the first things small businesses should explore is social media. Platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter are free to use and offer a great way to reach a broad audience. With a little creativity and time, you can use these platforms to promote your products or services, share behind-the-scenes content, and engage with your customers.
Social media is an incredible tool for small businesses. It's not just about posting ads or promotional content, it's about creating a community. Responding to comments, sharing customer photos, or even running contests or giveaways can help you build strong relationships with your audience. And the best part is that social media allows you to target specific groups based on their interests, age, and location. This helps you reach potential customers who are most likely to be interested in your product.
Exactly. And there's no need to hire a social media expert when you can use free tools to help manage your accounts. Apps like Buffer, Hootsuite, and Later allow you to schedule posts in advance. This helps save time and ensures your social media pages stay active without requiring daily effort. These tools often offer free plans with basic features, which is great for small businesses that are just starting out.
And don't forget about email marketing. Email is one of the most effective and affordable ways to keep in touch with your customers. Tools like MailChimp or Sendinblue offer free versions for small businesses, allowing you to send out newsletters, special offers, and promotions without any upfront costs. Building an email list might take time, but once you have one, it's a valuable asset for nurturing relationships with your customers.
Absolutely. Email marketing helps you stay top of mind for your customers. But it's important to make sure your emails provide value. You could send out useful tips, exclusive discounts, or updates on new products and services. And the best part is that email marketing gives you the ability to track how well your campaigns are performing, so you can continuously improve your strategy.
Another great and low-cost tool that small businesses should use is Google My Business. Setting up a Google My Business profile is free, and it allows your business to appear on Google Maps and in local search results. By updating your profile with accurate information, like your business hours, location, phone number, and website, you make it easier for potential customers to find you when they search for services you offer.
Yes, and having a Google My Business profile also allows your customers to leave reviews. This brings us to another great budget-friendly marketing strategy, using reviews and testimonials. Positive reviews from customers are one of the most powerful marketing tools, and they're completely free. When people are considering a product or service, they often turn to reviews for guidance. Encouraging satisfied customers to leave reviews can help build trust with new customers.
That's such a great point, Julia. Word of mouth and customer testimonials can significantly influence someone's decision to buy from you. The more positive reviews you have, the more credibility your business gains. But it's not just about having reviews on Google or Yelp. Your website and social media pages are also great places to showcase them. You can highlight testimonials on your homepage or even create a dedicated page with customer stories.
Exactly. And don't forget to ask for reviews. Many customers are happy to leave positive feedback, but they may need a little nudge. After a successful sale or service, politely ask your customers if they would be willing to leave a review. You could even offer them a small incentive, like a discount on their next purchase, to encourage them to take the time to leave feedback. Just make sure that the reviews are genuine, as people can tell when reviews are not authentic.
Great advice, Julia. Moving on to another affordable marketing strategy, collaborating with other small businesses. Partnering with local businesses can be a fantastic way to expand your reach without spending a lot of money. Think about businesses that complement yours but don't compete directly. For example, if you run a small bakery, you could collaborate with a nearby coffee shop. Maybe you provide them with freshly baked pastries, and in exchange, they promote your bakery to their customers.
That's a brilliant example, Adam. Collaborations can help both businesses by attracting new customers who might not have discovered you otherwise. You could run joint promotions, host events together, or even cross-promote each other's services on social media. The key is to find businesses that share a similar target audience but offer different products or services.
Another way to collaborate is by offering bundled deals. Let's say you're a photographer, and there's a local florist that specializes in wedding arrangements. You could create a special package deal where customers can book both services together at a discounted rate. This not only helps each business get exposure, but also offers customers more value for their money.
Exactly, Adam. The idea behind collaborations is to pool resources and help each other grow. It's like building a small business network where you all support one another. These partnerships can be mutually beneficial, and they don't require large financial investments. In fact, collaborating with other small businesses might be one of the most cost-effective ways to increase visibility for your brand.
Right? And let's not forget that content marketing can also be a great strategy for businesses on a budget. You don't need a big advertising budget to create valuable content. Whether it's blog posts, videos, or social media posts, sharing helpful and relevant content can attract and engage customers. For instance, if you run a gardening shop, you could create blog posts or social media videos on how to care for plants or how to start a garden.
That's a great example, Adam. Content marketing is all about offering something of value to your audience. By providing useful tips, how-to guides, or entertaining content, you can build trust with your audience and position yourself as an expert in your field. Plus, creating content doesn't have to be expensive. You can start with simple blog posts or social media updates, and as you gain more resources, you can expand your content efforts.
Exactly, Julia. There are so many free and low-cost marketing tools out there that can help you grow your business. From social media platforms and email marketing to Google My Business and collaborations with other small businesses, the possibilities are endless. The key is to be creative, strategic, and consistent with your efforts.
Right, Adam. With a little time and effort, you can make the most of your marketing budget and still see great results. And remember, even small actions can lead to big changes in the long run.
Absolutely. Well, that wraps up our segment on affordable marketing tips. We hope you're feeling inspired and ready to implement some of these ideas into your business. In the next segment, we'll talk about how to measure the success of your marketing efforts and make improvements along the way. Now that we've covered a variety of marketing strategies, from online and offline tactics to affordable options, it's time to talk about something equally important: measuring your marketing success. You might be wondering, how do I know if my marketing efforts are working? Well, in this segment, we're going to explore exactly that. We'll talk about how to track your progress, why customer feedback is essential, and how to adjust your strategies based on what you learn.
That's right, Adam. It's not enough to just create a marketing plan and hope for the best. You need to measure the results to understand what's working and what isn't. And the good news is that there are many simple and effective ways to track your progress, even if you're just getting started. One of the first things you'll want to do is track your website visits. Your website is often the first place potential customers will go to learn more about your business. So, monitoring how many people visit your site, what pages they view, and how long they stay can give you valuable insights into how well your marketing is performing.
Exactly. Website traffic is a clear indicator of interest in your business. If you're running online ads or posting regularly on social media, you should see an increase in visits to your website. If you're not seeing the numbers you expect, it could mean that your marketing messages aren't resonating with your target audience, or you might need to adjust the channels you're using to reach them. Fortunately, there are a number of free tools, like Google Analytics, that can help you track your website's performance. With Google Analytics, you can see detailed reports on how visitors are finding your site, which pages they're visiting, and even how long they're staying.
And beyond website visits, another key metric to measure is your sales. Ultimately, your goal is to turn interest into action, whether that's through purchases, sign-ups, or inquiries. If your marketing efforts are bringing in a lot of traffic but not converting into sales, that's a clear signal that something might need to change. For instance, maybe your website needs a clearer call to action, or maybe the product descriptions could be more detailed. Tracking sales helps you assess whether the time and money you're investing in marketing are paying off.
And don't forget about other types of conversions beyond sales. For example, you might want to track sign-ups for your email list, downloads of a free guide, or contact form submissions. These actions show that people are interested enough in your business to take the next step. It's important to define what counts as a conversion for your business. Is it a purchase, a lead, a follow on social media? Once you know that, you can focus on measuring and optimizing those actions.
Absolutely, Adam. And speaking of conversions, it's essential to ask your customers for feedback. You can measure marketing success, but the real test comes from hearing directly from your audience. After all, they are the ones you're trying to serve. Customer feedback can help you understand what they like about your products or services, what could be improved, and what influenced their decision to choose your business.
That's right, Julia. And there are many ways to gather feedback. One of the simplest methods is to send out surveys after a purchase. You can use tools like SurveyMonkey or Google Forms to create short, simple surveys that ask customers about their experience with your product, your website, or your customer service. You could also ask specific questions related to your marketing campaigns, like, "How did you hear about us?" or "What made you decide to purchase today?" This will help you see if your marketing is reaching the right people and what aspects of it are most effective.
Yes, surveys are great, but you don't have to limit yourself to just that. You can also collect feedback directly from social media by asking your followers for their opinions. You might post a simple question like, "What do you think of our new product?" or "How has our service helped you?" Social media is a fantastic place to engage with your customers, and when you ask for their input, they're often more than happy to share.
Exactly. It's a way to keep the conversation going with your audience. And don't forget about asking for feedback after a customer has left your business or service. You can do this through a post-purchase email, where you thank the customer for their order and ask for their thoughts. Even if they're not willing to leave a detailed review, a simple "How did we do?" can give you valuable insights into areas where you can improve.
Yes, Adam. And once you've gathered all this valuable feedback, it's important to adjust your strategies based on what you've learned. Marketing is not a set-it-and-forget-it process. It's about continuously refining and improving your approach. For instance, if you find that your customers are responding well to one type of social media post but not to another, you can adjust your content strategy to focus on what works best. Or, if you notice that a specific email subject line leads to more clicks, you can try to replicate that success in future campaigns.
That's such a good point, Julia. And when you make these adjustments, it's important to track your progress over time. Don't just make one change and then move on. Continue to measure the results and see if your adjustments have made a positive impact. You can set up a simple tracking system with a tool like Google Analytics, or even create a spreadsheet where you track key metrics like website traffic, sales, and customer feedback over time. This will help you see trends and patterns, and it will give you the information you need to make even more informed decisions.
Right. And keep in mind that marketing is an ongoing process. There will be times when things are going well, and other times when they don't seem to be working as expected. But the important thing is to remain flexible and open to change. If something isn't working, don't be afraid to try something new. The beauty of digital marketing is that it allows you to experiment, track your results, and make adjustments quickly.
Exactly, Julia. And this is where consistency comes in. Even if you're not seeing immediate results, keep measuring and refining your efforts. Marketing is a marathon, not a sprint. It might take time to see significant improvements, but by staying committed, tracking your progress, and adjusting along the way, you'll set yourself up for long-term success.
Well said, Adam. So, to sum up this segment, it's all about tracking your progress, whether that's through website visits, sales, customer feedback, or any other key metric. Ask for feedback from your customers to get a clear understanding of what's working and what could be improved. Then, adjust your strategies based on the results you get. With time, effort, and consistent measurement, you can fine-tune your marketing efforts and see real growth in your business.
Absolutely, Julia. We hope you found these insights helpful. In the next segment, we'll dive into some final tips and tricks to help you keep your marketing efforts strong and effective. Stay tuned, everyone. Welcome back, everyone. We've covered a lot of ground today, from marketing strategies to tracking success. And now we're going to take a step back and talk about some important advice for small businesses. As we all know, starting and growing a small business is no easy task, and sometimes it's the small details that can make a big difference. In this segment, we'll be discussing some key mistakes to avoid and advice to keep in mind as you move forward with your marketing efforts. Let's dive in with the first piece of advice: keeping your brand consistent.
Yes, consistency is one of the most important things when it comes to branding and marketing. When you create a brand, whether it's through your logo, your messaging, your colors, or your tone, it's crucial to maintain a consistent identity across all of your marketing materials and channels. If your brand looks different on your website, on social media, and in your emails, it can confuse potential customers. They may wonder if they're dealing with multiple businesses, or, even worse, if your business isn't trustworthy.
That's right, Julia. Let's break this down a bit. When we talk about brand consistency, we're referring to more than just visual elements like your logo and colors. It also applies to the way you communicate with your audience. For example, if your tone on social media is fun and casual, but your email marketing sounds overly formal, that can send mixed messages. It's important to align your tone, messaging, and style across all platforms. Think of your brand as a person. If you meet someone and they act one way in one situation and totally differently in another, you might feel unsure about them. The same thing applies to your brand. People should always recognize your business, no matter where they encounter it.
That's a great point, Adam. And it's not just about maintaining a visual identity or tone, but also being consistent with your promises and values. If you say you offer a fast, reliable service on your website, but customers experience long delays when they purchase, your brand credibility will suffer. Consistency means delivering on your promises consistently, whether that's the quality of your product or the level of customer service you provide. Every interaction should feel like it's part of the same reliable experience.
Exactly. Now let's talk about a common mistake that many small businesses make: overpromising and underdelivering. It can be tempting, especially when you're trying to attract new customers, to promise them the world. Maybe you say your service is the fastest in town, or your product will solve every problem they have. But if you can't deliver on those promises, it will only lead to disappointment, negative reviews, and lost trust.
Yes, Adam. And this is a mistake that can be very harmful in the long run. As a small business, your reputation is everything, and once you've lost trust with a customer, it's hard to win it back. So, instead of promising things that might be difficult to achieve, it's better to set realistic expectations. Be clear about what you can deliver and how long it will take. If your product or service can't do something, be upfront about it. Over time, this will build a stronger relationship with your customers because they'll know they can rely on you to be honest.
That's right, Julia. And another thing to keep in mind is that under-promising and then over-delivering can actually work in your favor. If you set expectations that are reasonable and then exceed them, your customers will be pleasantly surprised and more likely to recommend your business to others. For example, if you promise to deliver within 5 business days and you manage to deliver in 3, your customers will think, "Wow, that was faster than I expected." That extra level of service will set you apart from competitors.
Absolutely. And it's important to remember that in marketing, as in business overall, patience and persistence are key. Growing a business doesn't happen overnight. There are no instant successes, especially when it comes to marketing. You may not see immediate results from your efforts, and that can be discouraging at times. But the key is to keep going. Whether you're posting on social media, sending out emails, or running ads, consistency is crucial. It's about building trust and relationships over time.
Exactly. Marketing is not a quick fix. It takes time to build brand awareness, grow your audience, and turn them into loyal customers. In fact, studies have shown that it often takes several interactions with a brand before a customer makes a purchase. So, if your marketing efforts aren't yielding immediate results, don't get discouraged. Keep experimenting, keep refining your approach, and most importantly, keep showing up for your audience.
Patience is essential. Another aspect of persistence is that sometimes you need to repeat your messages. People aren't always going to see or remember your content the first time they encounter it. Think about it. How many times have you seen an advertisement or a social media post before it really caught your attention? Probably more than once. So don't hesitate to reuse successful content or revisit your key messages. Consistency in your message will keep your business top of mind for your customers.
That's a great point. In addition, part of being persistent is understanding that marketing is an ongoing learning process. You might not get everything right on the first try, and that's perfectly okay. The important thing is to stay open to feedback, monitor your results, and adjust accordingly. If something doesn't work, learn from it and try again. The businesses that succeed in the long term are the ones that are willing to adapt and evolve based on what they've learned along the way.
Yes, Adam. And remember that it's also important to celebrate small wins. Marketing can sometimes feel overwhelming, especially when the results don't come immediately. But every step forward is progress. Whether you gain a few new followers, get positive feedback from a customer, or see a slight increase in sales, those are all signs that your efforts are starting to pay off. Celebrating these small successes will keep you motivated to continue.
And let's not forget about the importance of staying flexible. Sometimes what worked yesterday might not work tomorrow. Trends change, customer preferences shift, and even the algorithms on social media platforms can change overnight. But if you stay flexible and keep an eye on what's working in your marketing, you'll be able to adjust quickly and keep moving forward. Being rigid in your approach can hold you back.
Absolutely, flexibility is vital. So, to recap the advice we've shared in this segment. First, keep your brand consistent across all your marketing efforts, from visuals to tone to customer experience. Second, avoid the trap of overpromising and underdelivering. Set realistic expectations and then try to exceed them. And finally, understand that patience and persistence are essential to successful marketing. Don't expect immediate results, but keep working consistently toward your goals.
Well said, Julia. And with that, we've come to the end of this segment. We hope that these pieces of advice will help you avoid common pitfalls and set you up for success in your marketing journey. Keep your brand strong, deliver on your promises, and most importantly, stay patient as you work toward your goals.
Exactly. We're excited to dive into more tips and strategies in the next segment.
We're so glad you're still with us. We've already covered a lot of useful marketing strategies for small businesses, but now it's time to address some of the questions we've received from our listeners. These are great questions, and we know that many small business owners, especially those who are just getting started, might be feeling a bit overwhelmed by the idea of marketing. But don't worry. Julia and I are here to break it down and offer some practical, beginner-friendly answers. Julia, are you ready to dive in and answer some of these awesome questions from our listeners?
Absolutely, Adam. I'm really excited to help our listeners and share even more tips to make marketing easier and more accessible for small business owners. We've received so many thoughtful questions, and I can already tell that they'll help our listeners understand marketing in a more practical way. So let's get started with the first question, which is, what's the most important thing to focus on when marketing a small business? Now, I think this is a great question because it really gets to the heart of what every business owner should consider when they start marketing.
That's such an important question to start with. The most important thing to focus on when marketing a small business is understanding your target audience, who exactly your customers are, and what they really want. If you don't know your audience, how can you create a marketing message that will truly resonate with them? So, the first step is really to focus on identifying your ideal customer. This includes asking questions like, what age group are they in? Where do they live? What are their interests? And, most importantly, what problems or challenges do they face that your business can help solve? The clearer you are about who your audience is, the better you can tailor your marketing efforts to meet their needs.
Absolutely. Once you have a clear picture of your target audience, you can start crafting messages that speak directly to them. It's like you're having a conversation with them through your marketing efforts. For example, if you know your audience loves eco-friendly products, you can emphasize how your business is sustainable or environmentally conscious. This makes your marketing more relevant, personal, and engaging. You can create content that truly speaks to their needs and interests, which will help build trust and loyalty with your customers over time.
Yes, and understanding your audience isn't just about selling to them. It's about building a relationship with them and understanding their pain points, desires, and challenges. When you have that understanding, your marketing will naturally feel more authentic, and your customers will appreciate that. Now, moving on to the next question we have, which is, how do I make my small business stand out when there's so much competition?
Oh, I love this question because it's something that many small businesses face. The good news is that there are a few key ways to differentiate your business from the competition, even when there are lots of other similar businesses around. First, one of the best things you can do is highlight what makes your business unique. It's really important to think about what sets you apart from everyone else in your field. Maybe it's your product, your service, or even the way you interact with your customers. Let's say, for example, you run a local bakery. There are probably other bakeries around, but perhaps your bakery is the only one in town that offers gluten-free or vegan options. Or maybe you have a secret family recipe that's been passed down through generations. Whatever it is that makes your business different, you want to highlight that uniqueness in all your marketing materials.
Absolutely, Julia. It's also about finding that niche market that your competitors might not be serving. And once you've identified your unique selling point, USP, make sure to communicate it clearly in all your marketing channels, whether that's through your website, social media, or even in-store signage. This helps your customers quickly understand why they should choose you over others. Think about how you can deliver exceptional value in a way that others can't. The more specific you are about your niche, the more you can capture the attention of potential customers who are looking for exactly what you offer.
And don't forget the power of brand personality. People love to connect with businesses that have a strong, authentic personality. Whether your brand is fun and quirky or professional and trustworthy, make sure that personality comes through in your marketing. You can build a brand that stands out simply by being consistent in how you present yourself, whether it's through your tone of voice in your social media posts, the colors you use on your website, or the kind of content you share with your audience. Authenticity and consistency are key in building a memorable brand.
Right. And that brings us to the next question. I'm on a tight budget. How can I market my small business without spending too much? That's a great question, especially since many small businesses are just getting started and might not have a big marketing budget.
That's definitely a concern for many small business owners, but the good news is that there are lots of free or low-cost marketing options available. One of the best things you can do is leverage social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn, which allow you to set up business profiles for free and connect directly with your audience. You can create posts, share your products, and interact with your followers, all without having to pay for ads. And even though organic reach can be limited at times, social media is still one of the most cost-effective ways to build a community and stay top of mind with your customers.
Absolutely. Another fantastic low-cost marketing strategy is email marketing. While there are paid email platforms, there are also free ones like MailChimp that allow you to send emails to a list of subscribers without spending a lot of money. You can offer special discounts, share news about new products, or just stay in touch with your customers through regular email updates. Email is a direct line to your audience, and it's an incredibly powerful tool for building relationships and encouraging repeat business.
And let's not forget about collaborations with other local small businesses. Partnering with other businesses in your area or industry can be a great way to share marketing efforts and extend your reach without spending money. For example, you could co-host an event or collaborate on a social media campaign that promotes both businesses. This gives you the opportunity to reach a wider audience while splitting the cost and effort.
Exactly. And last but not least, don't underestimate the power of word-of-mouth marketing. When your customers love your product or service, they're more likely to share it with their friends, family, or coworkers. Encouraging your happy customers to leave reviews on platforms like Google or Yelp can also increase your visibility without any cost to you. Positive reviews and recommendations can be incredibly powerful for attracting new customers, and they're a great way to grow your business without spending a lot of money.
Absolutely, Adam. These are just a few examples of how you can market your business without breaking the bank. And remember, it's not always about spending money. It's about being strategic and using the resources you already have to make the biggest impact.
That's exactly right, Julia. Now, for our final question. What's the best way to track whether my marketing efforts are working? This is such an important question because measuring success helps you know what's working and what's not.
You're spot on, Adam. To track your marketing efforts, you'll want to start by looking at some key performance indicators, KPIs. For example, website visits are a great place to start. You can use tools like Google Analytics to track how many people are visiting your site, how long they're staying, and which pages they're viewing. This will give you a sense of whether your marketing efforts are driving traffic to your website.
Yes, and if you're running any social media campaigns, you can look at the engagement rates, likes, comments, shares on your posts. If you see more engagement, it means your content is resonating with your audience. You can also track conversion rates, which shows you how many visitors are actually taking the action you want them to. Whether that's making a purchase, signing up for a newsletter, or filling out a contact form.
Exactly, Adam. Another great way to measure success is by asking for customer feedback. You can send simple surveys, so ask your customers directly their opinions on your. This helps you understand what's working well and where you might need to improve. An invaluable tool that should never be overlooked.
Right. And once you've gathered this data, it's important to adjust your strategies based on the results. If something's working, great. Double down on it. But if something's not working as well as you'd hoped, don't be afraid to try something new. Marketing is all about testing and adapting, and the more you track your progress, the more informed your decisions will be.
Absolutely. And that's it for today's Q&A segment. We hope these answers have given you some clarity on how to approach marketing your small business. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all answer, but with the right strategies and a bit of creativity, you can find the best approach for your business.
Well, that brings us to the end of today's podcast. We've covered a lot of valuable information, and we hope that all the tips, strategies, and advice shared today will help you in your small business marketing journey. Let's quickly summarize the key points we discussed. First, we talked about what marketing is and how it's a vital tool to help your business grow. We highlighted the importance of understanding your product or service, identifying your target audience, and setting clear marketing goals. We also explored both online and offline marketing strategies, including using social media, building a simple website, and leveraging networking opportunities.
Yes, exactly. We also shared some great affordable marketing tips for small businesses, especially for those with limited budgets. These included using free tools like social media and email marketing, as well as collaborating with other businesses in your community. We also talked about the importance of measuring your success through website visits, customer feedback, and adjusting your strategies accordingly. Remember, marketing isn't a one-size-fits-all approach. It's all about finding what works best for your business and being consistent with your efforts.
That's right, Julia. And of course, we can't forget the importance of staying patient and persistent. Marketing takes time, and success doesn't happen overnight. But as long as you keep applying the tips we discussed today, you'll start to see the results. Whether it's building relationships with your customers, creating engaging content, or finding ways to stand out from the competition, every step you take is a step towards building a stronger business.
And to everyone listening, don't be discouraged if things don't immediately go as planned. The power of marketing lies in your ability to adapt, learn, and continuously improve. Marketing is about connecting with your customers, telling your story, and finding creative ways to reach them. And every time you try something new or refine your strategy, you're one step closer to achieving your goals. So, remember, you've got this. Stay motivated, stay focused, and keep pushing forward. Your small business has the potential to grow and succeed.
Absolutely. Marketing is such a powerful tool when used effectively. It helps you connect with the right people, build trust, and ultimately grow your business in ways you never thought possible. We hope that after listening to this podcast, you feel more confident and ready to take on your marketing efforts with a clear plan in mind.
And, of course, we want to thank all of you for tuning in to today's episode of The English Globe. We hope you found the tips and insights useful and that you're ready to put them into practice. Remember, every little step you take will make a difference. And if you have any feedback or questions, we would love to hear from you.
Yes, please feel free to reach out to us with any thoughts, questions, or suggestions. You can contact us via our website, or you can email us directly at mirhamsa381@gmail.com. We love hearing from our listeners and are always happy to help with any additional questions you might have. And if you enjoyed this podcast, don't forget to subscribe, share it with fellow business owners, and leave us a review. Your feedback helps us improve and provide more content that's valuable to you.
Thank you again for being part of this episode. We believe in the power of marketing, and we know that with the right strategies, your business can truly thrive. Keep learning, stay curious, and never stop growing. We'll see you next time on The English Globe. Until then, good luck with all your marketing efforts, and remember, you've got the tools to succeed.
Take care, everyone, and good luck with your business. Keep marketing, keep growing, and we'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.